Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Leo D. Mahoney Arena for today's edition of Fairfield University women's basketball. Today we've got the Rider Broncs coming up from New Jersey to play the Fairfield Stags. Rider sits at 5-16 overall in the season and 2-10 in the MAC, and the Fairfield Stags are 12-9 and 8-4 in the MAC. I'm Sean Bowles. I'll be joined by Max Behrman today, and with Andrew Jamison in the studio. Max, both teams coming off some tough losses.
Yeah, definitely. Last we saw Rider come play Quinnipiac here, 17-point loss. Not the greatest shooting night for them as well. Definitely from three, they left some ones there that they needed. So now they're coming back, Leo D. Mahoney Arena to play Fairfield here. And if you notice, Fairfield and Rider, last 5 times they've played, Fairfield has won all of them. Have been some close matchups. Fairfield has been depleted. Hernan Gomez still is out for this game. Big question mark there for Fairfield. So it's really going to be up to Rider just to find, capitalize on the opportunities when they have a chance. Fairfield has shown to play some tough defense this year. But no, definitely going to be a great matchup today.
And like you said, Max, that last matchup between these two schools down in New Jersey, Fairfield ended up on the right side of it, but it went into double overtime. And if you look at the standings, it's a game that probably shouldn't have gone to double overtime. This league is very top heavy, but the bottom teams have certainly put up some fights and been able to pick off a couple games here, like Manhattan beating the Stags last time out. So what happened there for the Stags?
Yeah, last time Stags were out, just again, at times need to get it going shooting, capitalize off those opportunities. I know I've mentioned what I want to see for this game too. Feed it to Callie in the post. Definitely not used to playing the 5 as we kind of mentioned before here. But just being able to get it in there and have the threat of that is going to open up shooters on the outside. We've shown we could shoot from the corner at times. We can get hot, get streaky as well. And, the defense is going to come to play. So it really is just about, going on offense there.
Yeah, and Max mentioned Fairfield just 46 points last time out. Definitely not putting yourself in a position to win with that sort of offensive output. We'll be back here after National Anthem and the introduction of starters in about 5 minutes or so. We'll be back on WVOF for Fairfield women's basketball. Don't go anywhere. Max, who's starting for Rider?
So for Rider here, we got number 3, Amanda Mobley, graduate student there. Number 10, Molly Lynch, junior. Number 24, another junior, Michaela Fireball. Number 44, Victoria Toomey, a senior. And then another senior, number 55, Jessica Schiffer, will be the starting 5 for Rider today.
So Riders had that starting 5 for every single game this year, and they stick with it. And the Stags in their black jerseys today, something that the men haven't been able to wear because the manufacturers messed it up. But starting for the Stags is Nellie Brown at the 1, Kate Peak at the 2, Lauren Beach at the 3, coming back from her injury, Callie Kavanaugh and Mackenzie Martin as the forwards. So, Rubino coming off the bench again. She's been pretty good in that role. For the Stags, there's the first horn, and the officials for today's game, Brandon Apple, Melissa Fahmy, and David Troyan.
Yeah, as you mentioned with Rubino here, definitely has the potential to start, but I think Tival Tudanis there really like seeing her come in replace of Janelle Brown. Janelle Brown, I think we've mentioned as well, earlier has gotten into some foul trouble. She has this more aggressive style of play, which oftentimes is very rewarding as Fairfield is able to, create turnovers and things. But we want to see, hopefully, cleaner game where we could play aggressive, but, not getting that foul trouble early there.
And Fairfield will be in black. Rider will be in white. And it'll be Lauren Beach versus Toomey for the tip. And we are underway, and Rider will control the ball. Number 10, Molly Lynch has it. Couple dribble handoffs for Rider here. Now, Schiffer now to Toomey at the top. Now, fireball for 3. That's no good. And Nellie Brown with the rebound.
See a clean first possession here.
Yeah, forcing a tough 3 like that, Stags will be okay with that, you would assume. Now Peak on the left wing here. Martin at the top. Now Nellie on the right. Martin at the high post. Knocked away. Got a short clock here for the Stags. Nellie now crosses through, lays it up, and in. Nice play there from the Stags.
Beautiful. Again, that's what kind of things we need to see from Janelle here, going to create off the dribble, especially as shot clock's winding down there.
Yeah, at the end of the shot clock, when the play is busted like that, you kind of need to just make something happen. That's exactly what she did there. Fairfield leads 2-0 here early in the first quarter. Now Lynch has it. Nice pass to Toomey there. The short jumper is good. Tied up at 2. So a little short roll there from Toomey. And she's able to convert. Now it looks like Ryder's going to his own.
Toomey on both offense and defense there. Definitely playing closer into the paint than we've seen Callie have right now. Interesting to see how that'll play throughout the game.
Peak has it in the corner now. Fairfield trying to set up their zone offense. Callie from the free throw line. That's no good. Rebound by Mobley and Ryder going the other way. So we've already seen 2 defenses and 2 possessions from Ryder. And the pass to Toomey underneath, guarded by Kavanaugh. That's blocked. Lauren Beach gets the rebound, and they're going to get a foul on Ryder here. So pretty good defense so far from Fairfield.
Yeah, definitely. Nice pass from Ryder there as well. Just weren't able to, overcome that aggressive Fairfield defense. Dragged out the second person over there. Was able to get some hands on it. Play physical.
So Ryder making it a concerted effort to get the ball to Toomey on little short screens so far. Looks like Ryder's going to go back into their zone. Here's Nelly now. Goes to the side, kicks it to Martin here on the right. See if Fairfield tries to get it. There's the skip to Peak. Ready, shoot it from the corner. That's no good. And the rebound by Lauren Beach, but they're going to get Martin for an over the back. So 1 foul on each team here. It's Fairfield and Ryder tied 2-2. 7:56 left in the first quarter, and the Bronx will bring the ball up the floor.
Yeah, that was a nice pass there by Fairfield. Not just the normal kind of around the ring you see. Definitely easy to guard against. Was able to throw it all the way to the open corner. Hope to create some more movement off of that as well, too. Maybe opens up someone with the long passes there.
So now Toomey has it on the high post. 1 dribble to the left hand. It's good. So she is proving to be a little bit of a tough guard right now as Ryder leads 4-2. She's got all 4.
Unfortunately, that shot with ease, too. Hopefully won't see too much of that more today.
Peak now in the corner. Now Beach. See if Fairfield can get it inside the zone. They're just kind of passing it around it here. There's the post feed to Callie. 1 pump fake, 1 dribble, lays it up, and no good. But point blank luck there for the Stags as Ryder leads 4-2 here as Fireball brings it down. Now Mobley now.
Like that last feed from Callie. We'll hope that'll start to drop later in the game. No reason to go away from it, though.
Yeah, Callie definitely has the speed advantage over Toomey, and it's the pass into Toomey is tied up by Kate Peak, and the ball will go back to the Stags. So both teams turning the ball over 18 times a game, and both teams have a couple of those so far.
Yeah, really nice by Fairfield there to bring the help again. Definitely need to see more of that during the game.
And Callie at the high post now kicks it to Peak. Ball screen from Callie. She doesn't use it. Now kicks it to Callie. The long 2 is no good. Rebound by Mobley. So Ryder leading 4-2. And this one is we're 6.5 minutes left in the first. Schiffer on the pump fake and the drive. No good on the mid-range. Nelly going the other way here. The full court pass to Callie is caught and knocked out of bounds. That'll stay here. And Rubino will come in for Mackenzie Martin, and Nicoletti Leite will come in for Kate Peak. So the Stags with the second and fourth most minutes on the team coming off the bench. Interesting play here.
Yeah, pretty early on as well.
I would say this 5 on the floor is probably the 5 that we're going to see most of the time for the Stags. That's Brown, Rubino, Beach, Callie, and Isabella. And it looks like Ryder's back in their zone. Here's Beach has the ball tipped, but Rubino's able to gather it. Now Isabella on the right, back to Rubino on the top. Post feed to Callie, that's picked off by Toomey.
Bad pass there. Haven't seen too much of this transition offense for either team. Hope Fairfield could get back on defense a lot the whole game.
Now Schiffer has it in the corner.
Toomey in the post.
Mobley has it. Now Lynch. Pretty good defense here from the Stags. Ryder hasn't gotten it inside the 3-point line. There's the post feed to Toomey. 1 dribble with the left. Kicks it to the corner. That's a 3 by Fireball, and it misses everything. Rubino with the rebound there. Great defensive stand there from the Stags.
Yeah, real nice. Nice pass off there by Tooney, too. Cleaning up 3.
Kavanaugh kicks it to Rubino, who's wide open in the corner. No good from downtown, and Mobley going the other way. Run out opportunity for Ryder here. Mobley with the Euro step left hand. That's no good. Well defended there by Isabella.
Good
Gets it up to
transition
Nelly.
defense there.
Beach underneath. Pump fake. Sends the defender the wrong way and lays it in. So if you're struggling, you just got to push the ball down the floor. They've been able to do that there. Tied up at 4 here, so we're under 5 minutes in the first quarter.
Good transition defense there will no doubt turn into good transition offense for Fairfield. It's exactly what we saw there.
And the post feed over the top to Toomey is out of bounds. So turnovers, unfortunately, a common theme early in this one. It's time for our first quarter media timeout. Fairfield 4, Ryder 4. We'll be back on WVOF after this. And we're back at the Leo Mahoney Arena for Fairfield women's basketball. Fairfield and Ryder in a tight one here early. It's 4-4 at the first media timeout, Max. Both teams struggling on offense.
Yeah, definitely. Fortunately for both teams, I think, not too much transition for either or. So it hasn't been too hard on the defensive end. Look to see some of these things break down more, but definitely, both great defense played on the start as well. Just some of the open shots haven't been able to fall.
Both teams 2 for 7 on the day, 0 for 2 from downtown. As the same 5 who came off the floor will be in there for the Stags. That's Brown, Rubino, Nicoletti Leite, Kavanaugh, and Beach. As now Rubino has it. Isabella in the corner. Post feed to Callie. She's looking for it. Now it's Nelly. Now it's Lauren. Back to Nelly. Wants the screen. Nelly beats her baseline, lays it up and in. So Ryder struggling to guard on the ball, which is why we've probably seen a couple zone sets from them.
Yeah.
But 6-4 Fairfield here with 4 minutes and change left in the first quarter. So they get it to Strunk on the high post. Now Lynch, now back to Strunk.
Dangerous pass there.
Now to Fireball off the curl. Strunk now the free throw mid-range is good. So we're tied at 6.
Kind of left uncovered there. I'm not sure what they're kind of getting at. Had too many people on the, dribbler inside there. Left an easy shot.
So Ryder rather, back in the zone defense. They get it to Beach at the nail. They kick to Rubino. Gets it to Kavanaugh from the short corner. That's no good. And Mobley will get the rebound and push it the other way for Ryder. Another good look for Callie. She's just not knocking him down so far.
Yeah, definitely. Caught it in rhythm there, too. You could tell.
But Fairfield has gotten good looks against both kinds of Ryder defenses here. As Lynch off the curl. The free throw mid-range is no good, and Rubino the rebound, and we're going the other way.
In transition here, let's see something happen.
Nelly in the corner, kicks it to Callie at the short corner. Guarded by Strunk. One pump fake, lays it up with the left. That's no good, and Beach knocks it out of bounds, and we're going the other way. So another good look for Callie, unable to convert.
Yeah, working on Emily Strunk there again in the post. Callie's a bit smaller, which, creates for that extra bit of speed to get up there. Definitely had a better look.
Both bigs for Ryder. Callie definitely has a speed advantage. I will see if she can take advantage of that. So it's 6-6 here, third. 3 minutes left in the first quarter between Ryder and Fairfield. As Heinseed gets it now. Mobley now kicks it to Schiffer, guarded by Rubino. Pretty good set here from the Stags, and that's going to be a foul on Rubino there. Oh, my.
Not seeing much there.
Yeah, it's just, you don't mind those if you're Coach Carly, fighting over the screen. We just saw the replay there. There wasn't much. That's Fairfield's second foul.
Pretty clean game, all things considered, through the first here for both teams.
Yeah, only 3 fouls so far as Mobley has it. And now Strunk lays it up and no good. So nice help defense there by Isabella. She was looking for the charge. She didn't get it. Now Rubino in the corner. Nice defense there from Ryder. Kicks it to Callie at the top. Takes it hard off the window. That's no good. So a couple tough shots forced by Ryder, and Mobley will bring it up as it's 6-6 here, 2:10 remaining in the first.
Callie's determined to get that shot going there. Again, driving in, definitely playing a bit more aggressive, which is what you're going to want to see on these bigs. If you can get low and get under them, that'll be nice.
Yeah, she is 0 for 5 on the day, but I would say 4 of her 5 looks have been pretty good ones. And now Fireball off the curl, guarded by Beach, kicks it to Schiffer. Guarded by Rubino. The step back three is no good. So another late shot forced. And in transition, the ball to Rubino, and that's in for a layup. Nice transition there from Nelly.
Yeah, Janelle, one of her big strengths really is just, it is taking a risk, but she really knows how to push it down the court. Nice defense on that last possession. Let's see if we could get it again from Fairfield here.
Ryder, it just seems like they're not getting the ball in the three-point line very much. As now Mobley has it guarded by Nelly. The skip to Einstein, guarded by Isabella. Now Schiffer. Seems like a lot of one-on-one basketball here. And there's the pass, and it's picked off by Callie. So really good defense again from the Stags as Callie with the crossover. Rubino has it in the corner. It's around the defender to Callie. The reverse layup is no good. So Callie just not getting anything to fall now.
Another good shot there for her, though.
Yeah, that's now 0 for 7 from the field for Kavanaugh's. Fairfield leads 8-6 as we're under a minute left here in the first quarter. Now Strunk has it on the top. Couple dribble handoffs here by Fireball. Guarded by Beach. Well defended, and it's another steal.
Yeah.
Kavanaugh gets it, and Nelly brings it forward.
More transition offense.
And Isabella throws it out of bounds looking for Rubino. So, turnover number 4 already for Ryder. As Fairfield leads 8-6 with 38.7 ticks left in this one.
Yeah, the difference you could see, main difference for Ryder here on offense, Strunk in for Toomey. They've been trying to get it to her in the post. Callie, again, knowing she's a bit quicker, been able to get hands on it now twice in a row here as she will be subbed out.
Daliba checks in for her. There's a little bit of a horn set here from Ryder. They get it to Fireball, guarded by Rubino. She's going to let it fly from downtown. That's no good, and Daliba gets the rebound.
And Fairfield will settle for that all day if they need to. They haven't shown they could shoot the shot. Really, most of the offense here has been Toomey in the post. So
Fairfield's going to hold for one here. As we're under 10 seconds, Hyacinth gives the foul. So quite a few fouls away here from the bonus. That's just Ryder's second of the quarter. So 8-6. Fairfield with 8.6 left in the first quarter here, and the ball is picked off by Hyacinth.
No good.
Freebie for Nelly, and she gives a foul. So exactly what you didn't want to do there for the Stags, and Ryder will have a chance to tie it.
Yeah, definitely. Janelle Brown there on last offensive possession. Again, able to draw the foul, wasn't too antsy for anything, and then just on the inbound there, seemed like she tried to force something. She didn't have to right away. Ryder kind of sniffed it out.
And looking at that replay, Nelly didn't do a whole lot there. See if Hyacinth can take advantage. And the first free throw is no good. So 4.5 seconds left here in the first quarter. 8-6 Fairfield. This Hyacinth, her second is up and no good. So 0 for 2 from the line. Under 4 seconds left here. Nelly pushes it forward, rises up, and it's no good off the window.
Close miss there.
So at the end of the first quarter, it's a defensive battle here with both teams struggling offensively. Fairfield leads 8-6. We'll be back on WVOF after this. And we are back here for second quarter action for Fairfield women's basketball. Fairfield leading Ryder 8-6 after the first period. Max, not a lot of offense in that first quarter.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll see how much we're going to see from the second here. Both these teams' second quarter scoring, they are lower than against their opponents here. Definitely the biggest quarter they've lost, so it'll be interesting to see how they pick it up here.
So on the floor for the Stags is Brown, Nicoletti Leite, Beach, Polanski, and Daliba. It's a little bit of a different lot of size on the floor here for the Stags as Mobley has it for Ryder. Couple crossovers on Nelly, guarded really well. There's the pin down for Fireball. It's picked off by Daliba. Daliba gets it up to Beach. Beach on the drive, takes the contact, no good. Daliba lays it up, no good. Nelly with another offensive rebound. Isabella now Polanski in the corner. Post feed to Daliba. Nice pass to Beach in the paint, and she backs it up. Now to Daliba at the high post. The mid-range is up, and it's good after a couple rolls.
Shooter's touch there. Notice Ryder, Toomey back in for them. Real nice rebounding there by Fairfield on both ends. Janelle Brown with an offensive rebound. That's huge. She's been really good in rebounding this year.
And Ryder throws the ball out of bounds. So turnover number 6 of the game already for the Bronx. And Fairfield getting a ton of good looks at the rim. They're just unable to knock them down.
Yeah, definitely. And we talked about before this, just the little things here with fouls, turnovers. If we can kind of win that battle, seems like we're going to win this low-scoring affair so far.
So Nelly now, Daliba in the high post. The fake to Polanski as it's a two-player game here. Nelly fakes the three, the step back, kicks it to Beach at the top. Now Polanski. Now Beach again. As we're in a short clock situation here, as Isabella has it now. Off the curl, plays it to Beach. Doubling in the corner, 3 seconds left. Isabella's going to have to let it fly from downtown. That's no good. It did. And they're going to say shot clock violation there. It looked like it may have grazed the rim.
May have not. Who knows?
Maybe the backboard. We're at a little bit of a tough angle for this basket here, but not going to get a replay. So the ball's going to go back to Ryder here. Fairfield 10, Ryder 6 with 8:23 remaining in the first half. And a couple switches here for Ryder. They get the ball to Toomey underneath. One move to the left. That's no good. So pretty good post defense from Daliba.
Yeah, again, bringing the help. Huge, especially on Toomey here, has shown she could really, get to the basket here with her size.
So Daliba is kind of the backup to Callie at the 5, but she may be better suited to guard some of the bigger Ryder forwards. As Lynch kicks it off the post feed and will stay here. Both teams unable to knock down a three so far in this one.
Yeah, Ryder defense on this possession as the last. Pretty good. Last possession, they had a screen. They were trying to work with Janelle Brown there, and they were able to work through it. Did not work again this possession.
Middle ball screen for Isabella here. The dive to Daliba. Takes the contact, and will go to the line for two. Nice short roll there from Daliba. The help is late, and they get a blocking foul.
Yeah, definitely. Daliba there bigger in the post. No doubt she was going to go up for it. Able to draw contact. Going to be 2 for her.
Daliba just 5 of 13 from the free throw line this year, so see if she can convert here. Both teams shooting under 30%. And Daliba can't make the first free throw. So Fairfield leading 10-6 here with 7:51 left in the second quarter, as Daliba will shoot the second of 2. And the second free throw is up and no good either. So both teams over for 2 from the line.
Yeah.
Fairfield leads 10-6.
Daliba, though, overall on both ends has seemed to make pretty good impact. She's close to 4 minutes here, averages about 8 a game. We'll see kind of what her role is in this game as we keep going forward.
And she's given quality minutes off the bench, and when you consider that you can get those quality minutes with Kavanaugh off the floor, you have to appreciate that. Fireball on the drive here. Nice help there from Daliba. Forces the tough fadeaway, but she's able to knock it down.
Yeah. Ryder lost the dribble there. They had the switch in the post. Wasn't able to get to it. She was able to still get a shot off and go in. That was number 20.
Daliba now at the high post. One dribble to the right, and the foul, and the layup. So Daliba will have a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, beautiful. Just showing we're faster out here, too. Daliba, another big player, able to get inside. Let's go back to the line, see if we can knock some more down here. Well, knock some down, I should say.
The Ryder keeps switching between their man and zone defense, but it really comes down to Ryder's big not being able or being much slower than Fairfield's big, whether that's Daliba or Kavanaugh. So now the free throw is up and good. So Daliba converts the three-point play, and Fairfield has a 5-point lead at 13-8 with 7:12 remaining in the second quarter as Rubino checks in for Nelly. Brown with only one foul, but for Coach Carly, you don't want her to get her second, so she's going to take a brief rest as Lynch brings the ball forward for Ryder.
Rubino playing tight defense here.
And now Mobley has it guarded by Isabella. Now Bruntes in at the 5 for Ryder. Now Mobley on the dribble drive. Sends it into Bruntes, and that's a wide open layup.
Breakdown there for Fairfield. Unfortunately, they're going to hope to push it here.
So Ryder back in their zone here as the layup made it 13-8. Great zone offense here, and Beach converts the layup from down low. Ryder looks sort of lost there in the zone defense.
Yeah, definitely.
Early on, they were still giving up good looks. Fairfield just wasn't making them. Now a couple layups in a row, and Fairfield leads 15-10. Now Fireball, now Mobley kicks it to Schriffer, who can really shoot it, and the 3-ball rims out. Polanski with the rebound. So
lucky for Fairfield there, a wide open shot.
And she's 37.5% on the year. Not somebody that you want to give a lot of 3 attempts to. Daliba now with the dribble, kicks it to Beach now in the corner. Ball fake, Euro step, lays it up and in.
Beautiful offense here for Fairfield these last 3 times down here. Daliba making an impact early as well. Had a really nice game so far.
It just seems like Ryder does not have the speed to guard Fairfield at all. And it's becoming more and more apparent here. Fairfield leads 17-10, 5:44 remaining in the second, and Beach pokes it free from Fireball, but she gets it back, and Bruntes hits her with a screen. And they're going to get Beach with the foul there. She was a little bit behind, possibly getting a hand in there. So Daliba and Rubino check out. Really quality minutes there from Daliba as Kavanaugh comes back in and Peak comes back in for Rubino. So without Rubino or Brown on the floor, we'll see who can handle the ball for Fairfield here. As Lynch is going to let it fly from downtown, that's good.
Yeah, big shot for Ryder there. They've been trying to get a sort of, screen offense here working, and they're just not really playing as physical. Fairfield guards able to work through it, not really doing much at all.
Beach now has it on the high post, kicks it to Polanski, one dribble to the baseline, and they're doubling in the corner here. Kicks it to Beach at the high post. Callie, now Peak is wide open in the corner, kicks it to Isabella. Nice ball moving here for the Stags. Pump fake from Beach, who
little kick ball there.
Pass to Callie was kicked, but they have Ryder scrambling on defense. Maybe a little bit of a crisper pass, and you're going to be able to get a 3 up.
Yeah, definitely. A little dribble on the ground there. Shooter had to collect it.
And you've got some shooters on the floor here for the Stags. Peak at 40% on the season. Polanski at just 1 for 10, but she's been able to prove that she can shoot it. Isabella now wide open 3. That's no good. And the rebound is gathered by Lynch. So Fairfield leads 17-13 here. We're under 5 minutes in the second quarter. So the next whistle will be immediate timeout. Couple dribble handoffs here for Ryder. Now Fireball has it guarded by Peak off the curl. Now Lynch has it guarded by Polanski. Now Isabella
be a bit more effective here, we're seeing.
Yeah, they're moving the Stags defense around a little bit, but they're not being able to beat them one-on-one. Now Mobley now kicks it to Bruntes, and the 3 ball by Fireball is no good. She may not have even got that off before the shot clock anyway, as Beach has it at the top for the Stags. Down screen for Polanski. They're going to switch that.
We're going to wonder here if Fairfield's going to start to get the 3 ball going. Nicoletti, around 33% on the season, has shot most 3s on the team. Couldn't let her last one fall here.
And Callie on the drive, lays it up, and no good. It's just not happening for Callie today. That's about as of a point-blank look as you can get. That's now 0 for 8 from the field. For Kavanaugh's Ryder will walk it down the floor the other way. But a pretty good defensive set from Ryder. But at Fairfield, pretty good offensive set, too. You get a layup like that, you take that every time.
We mentioned earlier, Kavanaugh, 6 of those 8 misses is something you're going to settle for every time you're going to shoot. So really just need to start seeing them fall.
And Fireball's going to let it fly from downtown. That's no good. So both teams really struggling from the field here as Isabella brings it forward for the Stags. They've got numbers. If she wants it, Polanski in the corner. They're going to get her with a travel there.
Polanski.
So that whistle's going to be the under 5 immediate timeout here in the second quarter. Fairfield leading Ryder 17-13. We'll be back on WVOF after this. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at the Leo Mahoney Arena for Fairfield women's basketball. Sean Vallis and Max Berriman here. Fairfield leading 17-13 here with just 3:25 left in the first half. Max, it's been an offensive struggle for both teams in this one.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit of a scoring drought going on for each team. About 2.5 for Fairfield, 2 minutes for Ryder. As we're going to see Brujente staying out here for Ryder. And Callie on her, definitely like that matchup.
Beach, Kavanaugh, Nicoletti, Brown, and Rubino on for the Stags. So this is the 5 that we'll probably see a lot of here as Mobley now kicks it to Fireball. They're not letting the post feed in. Really good hands there from the Stags now. Schiffer, now Mobley, now Bruntes, now Lynch on the ball. Nice screen there. And Mobley's going to let it fly from way downtown. And they're going to get Isabella with the foul.
Yeah, Brujentes, they were definitely trying to feed it to her there as we saw. Just had the height there for the rebound. But again, that was a deep 3. We'll take those shots all day if we could just get them pushing around the rim. As long as we really guard this post and dominate it on the other end especially, I think Fairfield will just be all right. Shots for Callie have to start falling.
Now Fireball now guarded by Isabella, being locked down. Now Schiffer's going to let it fly from downtown, and that's good. Nothing but net for Ryder. As Fairfield now leading 17-16, and Nellie Brown just throws it out of bounds looking for Isabella. So
Yeah, bad pass by Nelly. No real need to push it there. Didn't have numbers.
So Polanski's back into the game for Rubino. As Ryder's been able to knock down a couple threes here. They're 2 for 10. Fairfield's 0 for 5. And both teams right around 35% from the field. So baskets coming at a premium here as Mobley is getting harassed by Nellie Brown. Now kicks it out to Schiffer. Guarded by Polanski. Now Fireball. Now Lynch on the curl. Guarded by Lauren Beach. Couple hard dribbles to the left. Bruntes now Mobley. Mobley's going to let it fly from downtown, and that's good.
Wow.
So Ryder getting a little bit of a touch from downtown.
Yeah, definitely. Nice work off the screen there. Janelle just couldn't get back to it.
Fairfield's going underneath all those dribble handoff screens. We'll see if they change that as Ryder started to make a couple threes here. Polanski now in the corner. Now Nelly at the top. Beach at the pin. Kicks it to Isabella, who is wide open for three. That's no good. And Nelly with the offensive rebound. And Polanski gets back across half court to avoid the turnover. So
Big
Fairfield
rebound.
getting wide open threes, just unable to knock them down.
Yeah, big rebound by Janelle there. Nicoletti, hope to see these fall soon.
Callie from the nail, it's good. So nice zone defense there, getting into the nail, which is right about where the MAC logo is, right in front of the free throw line. And Callie makes her first bucket of the day, and we're tied at 19.
Yeah, haven't been giving Callie that as much. Beach has been in there all day. Hasn't opted to take a shot there from yet at all. Definitely not the height advantage.
But that's how you beat the zone now. Fireball on the dribble drive, guarded by Nellie Brown. That's good on the layup. As Ryder now takes a 21-19 lead with just over a minute left in the first half. Ryder back in this zone. They get it to Beach. Now Callie on the baseline. One dribble. Now Isabella at the top. Now Nelly looking for Beach. Now kicks it to Isabella, who is wide open for three. It's good. So Fairfield finally able to convert from downtown.
Yeah, 1 for 3 again. So kind of shooting the average right now. That one had to fall. The big for Fairfield. Take the lead again, 22-21.
So
45 seconds left in the second.
Not a sharp shooting 3-point team, but those wide open looks. I mean, these are Division I college players. You can't be happy with that if you're a Ryder. Now a 3 from Lynch is good. So all of a sudden, teams went from making nothing to making everything here. Ryder leads 24-22, and Nellie Brown's going to head to the bench limping. We'll see if that makes a difference. Kate Peak now in the game for the Stags.
She's been dealing with an ankle in the past here. We need big minutes from Fairfield's bench here. Has been pretty good so far, but, I mean, as you can see, Nelly was wearing a mask here. Nicoletti as well also. Kind of with the mask on, Fairfield's had to play injured, so.
So a baseline runner for Peak here. We'll see if they can get her the ball. They're going to get it to Callie from mid-range. It's no good. Beach taps it, and Beach is fouled, so Lynch doesn't like that call, and we may see a replay here, but she had position, and Beach kind of just volleyball swatted it. But they're going to get Lynch for their foul here. That's Ryder's third of the quarter. So we're still a little bit away from free throws here. Ryder leading 24-22 with 25 seconds left in the first half. Now they get the ball to Kavanaugh in the short corner here.
Yeah, definitely an interesting call there. I'm not too sure about that one, but.
So Fairfield most likely going to hold for one here with 4 seconds in between the game and shot. See if Fairfield can get a good shot here. Callie at the high post gets a dribble handoff to Isabella. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Beach and Isabella's going to have to let this one fly. Polanski to layup as the shot clock expires. So, nice play by Polanski. There's the half-court shot from Mobley is no good. And at the end of the first half, we are exactly where we started, 24-24, 20 minutes down, 20 to go here at the Leo Mahoney Arena. We'll be back after about 15 minutes for the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at the Leo D. Mahoney Arena for Fairfield University women's basketball. First half action, 24-24. We saw a lot of defense early, and then we saw some teams starting to knock down some shots. Max, did anything stand out from that first half for you?
Yeah, well, as we mentioned, they came to prove me wrong. Second quarter scoring there, definitely at a high compared to the first there. Nearly, double for Fairfield, triple for Ryder.
Yeah, so Ryder 4 for 12 from 3 in that first half. Fairfield 1 for 7. So Ryder +9 advantage from the 3-point line, but we're still tied. So, and Peak is wide open in the corner here for 3. Bang! Knocks it down from downtown.
Callie with a decisive pass there. Want to see her get it going more in the paint, but if she's willing to pass out and make good plays like that, I don't think we mind too much.
Yeah,
Janelle back out here for the Stags. Saw her go down right at the end of that half there, kind of with a little ankle injury.
Yeah, good sign here for the Stags. Mobley on the drive. The left-handed layup is good. So on the floor here for the Stags to start the second half is Brown, Peak, Beach, Kavanaugh, and Nicoletti Leite. And, that nice pass from Callie there that Max mentioned. And they're going to get Nelly with an offensive foul there. Oscar-worthy acting there from number 55.
Late whistle on that, too.
Jessica Schiffer. So that's Nelly's second foul here. Something that is always something you got to look out for Nelly.
Ryder, tough shot on that last possession there. Defense came to help. There's actually a wide open shooter. I don't know if you saw, kind of rolled out. Janelle chose to help.
She still made the layup. But Lynch now getting harassed by Brown. Drives it. Kicks to Mobley. Now Toomey in the post. Kicks it to Lynch. Now dribble drive. Really good defense here from the Stags. Peak now. Now it's Toomey for Ryder. On Kavanaugh, the left-handed hook is short. So really nice defensive set there from the Stags as Isabella brings it the other way.
Fairfield pushing it here. Now they're going to settle in. Bad pass there by Isabella.
See if they can get a run out here. Beach on the cut is going to be double-teamed. Ball movement here will result in an open shot, and Callie holds it up. Now it does take the mid-range. That's no good. So Ryder mixing up their defenses in the second half here, just like they did in the first half, as Fairfield leads 27-26.
Callie didn't have her feet set for that first shot there. If she had, definitely was more wide open than what she took.
So Schiffer now on the drive, now fireball, now Mobley, guarded by Kate Peak, now kicks it to Lynch here, guarded by Nelly. Ryder just struggling to get it inside the three-point line here. A little dribble handoff for Mobley, and the wide open three for Schiffer in the corner is no good. The ball's tipped around, and Isabella is able to gather it. So pretty good defense there from the Stags, but nice dribble drive there from Ryder resulted in a wide open three that was unable to be converted.
Yeah, Schiffer shooting 37 there from three. So kind of a miracle she didn't hit it there, but wide open. Fairfield lucky on that, was able to get the rebound.
So Peak gets it to Callie, now kicks it to Isabella, who kicks it to Peak, now Beach. Now we're short clock here. Beach on the drive, kicks it to Callie, and Ryder pokes it free. And Mobley lays it in on the basketball equivalent of a pick six, and Ryder now has their first lead in a while, 28-27.
Yeah,
Ryder
kind of
back in the zone here.
Rushing it there, the shot clock winding down earlier. Yeah, was able to get that steal. Let's see a good set by Fairfield here, poked out of bounds.
And Schiffer pokes it out of bounds, and Deliba and Rubino will come in for Brown and Kavanaugh. So it's just not happening for Callie today. 1 of 11 from the field. Deliba was able to provide some nice minutes there in the first half, so you got to give her a shot at least.
Ryder still up 28-27 here with 7 minutes to play in the third as Rubino's going to dribble it up.
So Ryder showing a couple different things defensively here. Beach on the kick, wide open Kate Peak in the corner, and that's good. So Kate Peak has got them organized from downtown. That's why she's playing on the floor, and she's been able to convert twice here in the second half.
Yeah, and that's what we've been wanting to see. Peak's three-point on the season, 42%, so great shooter there.
Yeah, the 2 for 3 is just going to increase that too, Max, but that's going to be an offensive foul on Ryder. We'll see who they get with that one. That's going to be on 44. That's Toomey's third, so we'll see if Ryder does rotate their bigs quite often. Looks like Strunk is going to come in at the next dead ball, and Ryder's back in their zone.
Something big, too. I think Beach there, dribbled in, opened up that three. She's kind of been in there the whole game, been passing out of it.
And Peak, a wide open three from the right corner. That's short, but Ryder going to have to switch something up here because Kate Peak from downtown is a pretty good offensive strategy here as the ball off the window, no good by Schriffer, and that's going to be a loose ball foul from Ryder. So Fairfield kind of winning those hustle plays early on in the second half here. Fairfield leads 30-28 over Ryder.
We mentioned Deliba earlier in the first half. For the short minutes she had, really, really valuable minutes. Really doesn't play too much every game, but definitely bigger, faster here in the paint.
So that was Toomey's fourth foul, so we will not see her for a while, most likely. So we have over 16 minutes left in this one, but Ryder back in the zone. We'll see if they can get it to the middle.
Look to take advantage of Strunk here.
Rubino, the mid-range is good. So a nice set there, getting the zone moving. Beach hits the top of that screen with a zone, and Rubino's able to knock it down.
Strunk couldn't get out to it fast enough. I mean, she's been defensively this game. We've been able to get it by her. So look to see more of that work in the post here.
As Beach on the closeout here. Fireball is going to get fouled here. We'll see if they get that one on the floor or not. And that's going to be a foul on Lauren Beach. That's her second foul.
Yeah, Beach there trailing behind. Bit kind of a lazy foul, especially since that, I mean, no real shot attempt there. Just threw it up to get the free throws. So the first one rims out.
Yeah, so on the floor for the Stags, Peak, Rubino, Isabella, Beach, and Daliba.
Fireball, 80% free throw shooter here. Big first one to miss. Free throws on the whole day in general. Not been the greatest. Gets the second to fall there.
So Ryder putting a little full court press on here. Maybe it's just a token, but Isabella kind of walks it up rather easily. They get the post feed to Daliba, the face up, and they pass it right back to Isabella for a layup. So a nice pass there from Daliba. And Beach almost picks off the pass up the floor, but to go back to that layup there from Isabella, nice set there from Fairfield, able to convert.
Yeah, Daliba's third assist of the game, too, for her. I mean, she's just been getting those, bounce passes there quick into the basket. Makes it easy for the shooter just to go straight up. So maybe see more of that as well from Fairfield. Ryder hasn't shown they've been able to stop it.
So Fairfield leading 34-29 here, just over 5 minutes left in the third. As Ryder has the ball here now. Ryder just struggling to get the ball on the three-point line here. And some really good closeouts here from Fairfield as the mid-range is no good. And Daliba with the rebound. So Daliba providing some more quality minutes that may go beyond the box score now. Rubino on the baseline drive, kicks it to Peak. From the right corner, that's short. So she's done 2 for 2 from the left, but 0 for 2 from the right. But the way she's been shooting it, you'll take that every time for Fairfield.
Yeah, nice by Fairfield to get back on defense there. Looked like they had an opportunity maybe to push it. Nicoletti gets back quick.
And Beach pokes it free now to Daliba. It's a 3-on-2. Passes it to Rubino, who lays it off to Beach. And maybe she should have just gone up with that because Fairfield's going to have to pull it out.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe could have seen possibly trying to draw contact there. Maybe not your best shot, but definitely a chance at free throws, I think. Beach handles the ball.
And kicks it to Rubino. And Ryder all over the place defensively here. Beach open in the corner. Peak has it. Peak's going to let it fly from downtown. Wow. That's good. So Peak has her hands up, ready to shoot it on the catch. And Ryder's defense in complete scramble mode. And Fairfield, just like that, 37-29 lead. Ryder's going to call timeout, and that's going to be the media timeout. So Fairfield 37, Ryder 29. We'll be back in a couple of minutes after this. And we are back here at the Leo D. Mahoney Arena for Fairfield University women's basketball. It was a close game. Fairfield stretching this one out to 37-29 here as we have 4:15 left in the third quarter. Max, the difference in this game so far has been Kate Peak.
Yeah, definitely. Peak been shooting, 3 for 6 from 3. That's huge, getting us 9 points off the bench. Usually, we're used to talking about kind of Nelly and Kavanaugh there, but it's been some of the bench players.
And Brunte did not set her feet there when off the big dribble handoff there, and she's going to be called for a travel. So we're going to have another timeout on the floor here after the Ryder turnover. Fairfield leading 37-29. We'll be back after a short break. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at the Leo D. Mahoney Arena after the under 5 media timeout here in the third quarter. Fairfield leading 37-29. Max, you've seen Ryder in a couple different defenses, but they haven't really been able to guard Fairfield off the dribble.
Yeah, definitely. I think we were mentioning, Peak earlier, getting those open looks, driving in has been huge. I'd like to see more of it, to be honest. We've been able to capitalize on those opportunities when we've gotten them. I think we also should mention, too, saw it during the break here. Daliba, we were talking about, averaging 8 minutes a game. Through her last 3 games, though, she's been out here, around 20-ish minutes averaging, with Canisius in there for 27. It's 4 assists on the season, already 3 today. So she's been doing a lot of facilitating here. She takes it to the basket.
Not able to fall. But a good look there, Max. Right on cue. You've seen that rip through play a lot, not just from Fairfield, but where they get the ball to the big at the free throw line, they rip through and take it to the basket. She had a good look there, just unable to convert. Now Beach kicks it to Isabella. Posted there to Liba again. They're trying to get her the ball. She lays it up and is fouled by Sophie Bruntes. So Daliba, no. From what we've seen the last couple of plays here, you can pretty much tell what Coach Carly was saying in that timeout. Get the ball to McKenzie inside.
Yeah, nice on Rubino there. End of that first possession. Able to get the offensive rebound, reset, go back to it. Daliba 1 from 3 for the game.
And makes that 2 for 4. Nothing but net on the free throw. So Fairfield now up 38-29. 3:40 left in the third here. And, we've documented Callie Kavanaugh's struggles today. Just 1 for 11 on the field. No disrespect to her, but, she shouldn't be on the floor right now. Daliba is playing very well.
Yeah, very well. Just that size. We got a mismatch here in the paint, too, as well. See, get it to her again.
Offensive rebound off the miss here for the Stags. Now Isabella has it, and there's the skip to Rubino. 5 seconds on the clock. She's going to let it fly from downtown and gets it to go. So Fairfield knocking down a couple triples here in the second half. And just like that, it's a 12-point game, 41-29.
Yeah, well covered there as well. Scoring drought here for Ryder. Hasn't scored in a bit, 2.5 minutes.
And there's the pass to Bruntes inside, and she misses the point-blank layup. So lucky there from the Stags. It's a 14-1 run over the last 3 minutes for the Stags. And they're going to get number 55, Schiffer, with the blocking foul. And that's going to be Ryder's 4th foul of the quarter. So any other foul, regardless of the nature, it will be free throws for the Stags here in the third quarter.
Again, really good, though. We talked about it, wanting to see more driving in. Now that we kind of have him in this position, just keep playing physical, really just take over the game.
And there seems to be some kind of stoppage here. Never mind, we're going to get back in play. But we've documented Ryder's inability to guard Fairfield. And that's just going to get worse over the game as Rubino. The mid-range is good. So Ryder, as they start to fatigue a little bit, they're just not going to be able to guard Fairfield. And that's why Fairfield has had a lot of good looks here.
Yeah, really can't do anything to stop him. And that's not normally a shot Fairfield is, keen to take. But I guess Rubino felt she could get it. Her last shot went in, so why not?
They get the ball to Bruntes in the post. Now Mobley, now Schiffer in the corner, guarded by Rubino. She's going to let it fly from downtown, and that's no good. Isabella the rebound. So Ryder forcing a couple tough shots here as Rubino now. Well defended there by Mobley to force her out. Nicoletti, the post feed to Beach, and Mobley knocks it out of bounds. So we mentioned Fairfield's offense just not quite as sharp in that first half, but the complete 180 from that. They're looking sharp. They're knocking down their open looks, and they're executing.
On the other end, too, possibly a little bit of frustration there. Schiffer taking kind of a 3, curious 3.
Peek from downtown, that's no good, and the rebound is going to be tied up. So that means Ryder will get the ball, but a pretty good hustle there from Lauren Beach. And a good play design there from Coach Carter to get Kate Peek a good look. She was just unable to knock it down.
Yeah, really playing well. Got to clamp down on this defensive end, too. Can't let this lead. Really can't lose this lead. 2 minutes left in the third. Stags 43 up against Ryder's 29.
And Ryder going through a whole lot of droughts here. No points over the last 3.5 minutes. One of their last 7 and all of their last 4 from the field. It's now an extended 16-1 run for the Stags over the last 5 minutes here as we're just over 2 minutes left in the third quarter. And there's going to be a whistle here. And they're going to get somebody on the Stags with a foul here. We'll see who it is. And it is
Mackenzie
Kate
Martin.
Peek with the foul.
Mackenzie Martin in the game. We talked about her starting. Haven't really seen her much since, but been in for a couple minutes now here.
And the layup is no good. So Rubino will bring it the other way here. Yeah, Martin playing a similar position to Lauren Beach, and with Beach playing so well, that's most likely the explanation for Martin being on the bench. But Rubino's going to be fouled here, so she's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Ryder really just settling for some bad shots here. I mean, earlier in the game, they're definitely getting better opportunities, and I don't really know what they're throwing up here, but yeah, Rubino will go to the line. Hasn't shot any free throws today. These will be her first on the season. shooting 55%. Makes her first here.
So on the floor for the Stags, Rubino, Peak, Nicoletti, Leite, Martin, and Kavanaugh. So Deliba getting a much-deserved rest here as Rubino attempting to go 2 for 2. And the free throw is up and no good. So pretty much on average there for Mimi Rubino, going 1 for 2. And in transition, the pass is up and recycled here. Now Mobley has it, guarded by Martin. Toomey's going to get her with a ball screen. And the slip inside is... And it's going to be another foul here on Fairfield. Toomey in there with 4 fouls. So, Ryder kind of in search mode here, down by 14. And Brintez is coming back in here. So 2 bigs on the floor for Ryder. We'll see if Fairfield can handle both of them.
Yeah, this will be important here for Fairfield. I mean, that transition defense just then, we're able to get back. Playing real tight now as well.
And Mobley's going to let it fly from way downtown. That's good. So off of not really a clean catch.
I think Fairfield can live with that kind of shot, though.
Sure.
Definitely not going to be getting that all game.
So now Peak. Ball screen action with Martin. Peak kicks it to Rubino in the corner. Isabella's wide open. Hesitates a little bit. Is going to let it fly. That's no good. So
Just thinking about throwing it over to Kavanaugh there.
As Ryder brings it back the other way. 12-point game here. You think probably a big part of the game, whether Fairfield can stretch this out to the 15-point mark and win it, or if Ryder can bring it back to single digits here. 2 bigs on the floor for Ryder, so we'll see if they can get offensive rebound. Nice back cut there from Toomey. Off a nice set, but she's unable to convert there.
Took advantage of Peak there. I mean, just threw it right over her head. Toomey not able to fall. Those are the kinds of shots you really do need to get back in this. Peak working off Kavanaugh's screen.
Opportunity for a 2 for 1 here. They're not going to use it. Nicoletti rips through, kicks it to Peak, who's wide open, and the 3 is no good. So Peak, after making a couple, unable to convert on her last few threes, as Deliba's going to check back in for Kavanaugh here. Fairfield 44, Ryder 32, just under 30 seconds left as now Nelly will check in for Kate Peak.
Fans in the arena there felt like almost blew the roof off that with that Peak shot. Felt like it was going in, wide open look. We've seen it enough this game.
And, good shots in rhythm. The stroke looked pretty good. You just got to keep shooting them at that point. But Ryder's going to hold for 1 here as we're under 20 seconds left in the third quarter. 44-32. The Stags outscoring the Bronx 20-8 here in the third period. Now Mobley gets a couple screens. Rubino tips the passes.
Very nice.
See if they can get something in transition here. Pass to Deliba. Layup is no good, and it's out of bounds. It will stay here. There's still 0.8 left on the clock. I just think maybe if you had another second there, that probably would have resulted in a Stags layup.
Possibly that extra pass to Rubino, definitely.
But no Stags buckets in the last 3 minutes. So Ryder had their drought. Fairfield going through a little bit of one themselves. It's going to have to be a shot right on the catch here as they throw it up to Isabella, who lets it fly from downtown. That's good.
Not sure if she got it off in time, though.
0.8 on the clock. She has a little bit of a longer delivery than normal. They're going to put it up now.
That would be 6 for 17 from 3 if they're going to make it.
So at the end of the third quarter here, it is 47-32, but put an asterisk in that 47 as they're going to look to see if she got the 3 off. 10 minutes to go here as we'll be back in a little bit for some fourth quarter action. And we are back here at the Leo T. Mahoney Arena for some fourth quarter action for Fairfield University women's basketball. Fairfield leading Ryder 47-32. Max at 3 by Isabella at the end is going to count.
It is going to count, and that just marks off a big third quarter for Fairfield. Really able to lock in a defensive end. We saw, that taking Peak out at the end, putting Janelle Brown that last 30 seconds. Even, with the bigs there, aren't opting to play big. We think we can keep this lead. We want to put enough scores out there, but really is about locking down a defensive end. Don't have to do much else.
So Fairfield outscoring Ryder 23-8 in that third quarter, which has stretched this lead out to a 15. Kate Peak obviously made a big difference in that, with Fairfield making 5 of their 6 threes to the game in that third quarter. But with the need being defense here to get across the line, it's Brown, Rubino, Beach, Deliba, and Isabella, and the tip it by Deliba is good off the Nelly Brown miss. So Deliba having a really spectacular game.
Yeah, another offensive board. That's going to make it the 8th, I believe, for the game here. Janelle, haven't seen her driven too much to the basket this game. That's only her 4th shot of the game. But it's working. I mean, they believe in the post work kind of here. and we've been able to hit some of the threes. So Janelle hasn't had to do too much. Just play the defense, facilitate the game.
The fireball on the drive now. Beach with the nice help kicks it to Schiffer in the corner. Now Mobley is going to let this fly from way downtown, and she makes it. Wow.
That's like her third deep three of the game, I believe.
Didn't look like a very clean catch. She kind of just threw it up there, but good. She's been able to do that a couple times, so not really a fluke as Fairfield leads 49-35 here in this one. Daliba on the high post. Now Rubino shrugs off the screen. Nice pass to Daliba, who short arms the layup. A good look there from the Stags. Ryder kind of in search mode defensively right now. They can't seem to keep anybody in front.
Yeah, definitely. Would have really liked to see that Daliba layup fall. Unfortunate leaving it short there. Not too much work in the post.
So Toomey, the layup attempt is blocked by Isabella out of bounds. So good help side defense there from the Stags. 49-35 with 8.5 minutes left in this one.
Yeah, right as I said it, Toomey, they're able to get the roll to the post. Real nice job by Nicoletti there, just getting a hand in it.
And a very, very smart play there from Mobley, throwing the ball off Rubino, who was guarding the inbounder off the back of her and then laying it up and in. So a heads-up play there for Mobley, and Fairfield leads 49-37 here as Nellie Brown calls out the play. Isabella, wide open three in the corner. That's going to miss everything. And that's going to be a foul on Brunche with Beach hitting the floor.
Yeah, getting a hand up in her face. Nice by Beach there to just, again, play aggressive on the rebound. You know you're shorter, but as long as you get in there, things like that are going to happen.
And that's a foul that you probably don't need to commit if you're a Ryder there. She had position and kind of just flailed an arm out there at Beach. You had position. You were going to get that rebound as Brown inbounds it to Daliba.
Rentes getting a bit agitated with the officials earlier. We saw it too.
And Isabella beats her defender off the dribble and lays it in from close range. So Ryder just really struggling defensively in this one as they're going to try and come back. It's 51-37 here. Fairfield as Nellie tips it out of bounds. And actually, they're going to give this one to Fairfield, so another turnover for the Bronx.
Yeah, you see Nellie there getting real vocal. They're starting to feel themselves here. Nellie's going to opt to push it.
Polanski with the post move, and she scores the layup. So this seems like it might be getting a little bit out of hand for Ryder here as Fairfield getting anything they want offensively. And Brunche hits Nellie with the screen, and they're going to get her with the moving screen. She doesn't like that call, but she never set. And Nellie trying to fight around that screen is going to get the moving screen here. So well done there from Nellie. We're about to see a replay here, and yep, she was never set.
And that's going to be her third foul. If we notice as well, Toomey has her fourth as well, so a lot of the bigs kind of in foul trouble here. Only 7 minutes left. Really not going to play too much of a big deal here, but if they got to play more aggressive to get points, Fairfield got to play that tight defense.
And Polanski now on the left, now Daliba at the top, Isabella, now Nellie. Double screen.
Look for
Nellie gets around the hedge. And a bounce pass to Daliba. The layup is up and in. So that's double digits for Mackenzie Daliba. And Fairfield's leading 55-37, and Ryder turns it over again. Beach now, and they get it to Brown, and they're going to slow it down. So Fairfield
drained some clock there. Daliba looked like she was wide open, though, but again, Fairfield staying disciplined here, knows they have the lead, don't have to do too much.
Isabella on the dribble drive, kicks it to Polanski, now Beach. Polanski driving.
Don't want to settle for a three here.
Short clock here. They get the ball to Beach in the post. One move. Daliba now, the mid-range is good. But Beach was in the key for a while. They're going to get her with 3 seconds. But Fairfield just kind of rolling right now. Ryder a little bit of deer in the headlights.
Yeah, I mean, any shot for Daliba falling, that would have counted. That could have been 12, but she's at 10 for the game here. Definitely been a great day for her.
So Ryder now bringing the ball up, down 55-37, 6.5 minutes left here. As Mobley getting harassed by Nellie. Now Lynch in the corner. Fairfield switching a couple screens here. Get it back out to Lynch. Nice ball. And Isabella on the pick six here off the bad pass from Ryder. She lays it up and no good, but Daliba gets the rebound and lays it in.
And
so just a microcosm of the game as a whole right there. Fairfield showing their defensive ability, and then Daliba hustling down the floor to get the rebound and layup. She's got 12 points and 7 rebounds. So maybe on double-double watch if she stays on the floor here. And Fairfield has blown this game open here in the second half. It is 57-37 with 6:15 left in the fourth quarter. We'll be back after a short timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at the Leo Mahoney Arena for Fairfield University women's basketball. Sean Vallis and Max Behrman here. What was a close game at the half has completely been blown open by the Stags, Max, and a couple of players that maybe we didn't expect today doing that.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about Kavanaugh's shooting struggles earlier in the game. Not even necessarily tough defense. She's now 1 for 11. A lot of those shots were in the first half. They've opted to kind of ride her on the bench here, only had 2 points. Janelle Brown also 4 points, and some unlikely heroes definitely. And as we've talked about, Daliba, Nicoletti, Rubino, nice shots up from Peak as well, too. 9, almost in double figures there, but 3 Stags in double figures. So really just an all-around good team game. Again, we've talked about the aggressive defense, doing better on turnovers, especially there. I believe Ryder within that last 2 minutes had about 3 turnovers. As it is a 57-37 game. Stags are up. 6 minutes to play.
Yeah, a couple more things to point out, Max, before we get back to some action here, is the plus-minus numbers. That means how many teams are scoring when you're on the floor. Rubino and Lauren Beach leading the way with plus 19. So Fairfield is winning by 19 when they're on the floor. Daliba is just behind at plus 18, and Peak just behind at plus 14. So those players really making a huge difference. And when you look at Callie Kavanaugh's plus-minus, it's -3. And that's a pretty shocking number. Now, that doesn't have to do everything with the player. But Fairfield's winning by 23 when she's not on the floor. So that doesn't usually happen with your best player.
Yeah.
So we're back underway here with Lynch. Now Toomey in the high post for Ryder. Front shade now Lynch. They're looking for a couple cross screens here. Fairfield's just all over them, though. Mobley now. Mobley on the drive, lays it up, and no good. And they're going to get somebody on Fairfield for a foul there. That's going to be either Daliba or Brown. It's going to be on Mackenzie Daliba.
Yeah, Mobley there on the outside when she had the dribble. Saw Brown kind of get a little contact into her. Looked like something happened with her ankle. She did a little bit of a hop, but looks like she's fine now. Was kind of able to work through there.
As first free throw is no good for Mobley. Mobley's the only player on Ryder who's been able to kind of get to the rim.
Yeah. And I mean, 3 for 4 from deep. These free throws should be pretty easy for her. Real long threes, we mentioned, as she makes the second.
So 1 for 2 from the line for Mobley as Fairfield leads 57-38 here, and Ryder pick it up full court here, trying to make something happen here as the clock is not on their side. And now Ryder will go back into his zone here, and Fairfield will run a set. Isabella now off the screen for Beach. Nice pass to Daliba, who lays it in. So a great play call there from Coach Carly, taking a pretty solid amount of time off the clock and a point-blank layup.
Fairfield doing really good to settle it down, yet still opting to, find the basket there. Winding down the clock, but still getting good looks. That's really all you could ask for. Ryder playing the press, too, when they bring it up the court and are able to work through it. Don't make any dumb mistakes.
Lynch on the drive. Nice pass there to Toomey, and she lays it in. So Fairfield, not the end of the world there. You just don't want Ryder to get the way you win this game for Fairfield is you don't let them shoot threes and you don't foul them. So contested twos, you could live with that all day here as Fairfield leads 59-40, and there's going to be a turnover. You don't want to do that either. So Mobley brings it forward for Ryder here, and Lynch in a run-out situation kicks it to Schiffer, who can let it fly from downtown. That is no good after a couple bounces.
Does not roll in. Toomey on that last possession. Those were her first points since the first quarter there. I think we saw the quick early 4 points in the first quarter. That's how they were getting it going. Have not been able to go back to that, as we talked about. Stags defense been great.
So Fairfield's second half field goal percentage is really quite spectacular.
Janelle with a pretty move, not able to drop, but they're going to get a foul on Toomey. That may be her 5th here.
Yeah, that is going to be her 5th, but Fairfield in the second half shooting 14 for 25 from the field. That's 56%. Compared to just 39 in the first half. That's a big difference for the Stags here and why they've been able to kind of pull this one open here. As Nelly will go to the stripe. Shooting 2, Fairfield leading Ryder 59-40 here with 4:18 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's huge for them. Defensive team, as we've talked about, able to create and have some sparks at times, but kind of mark their claim there on defense.
So the first free throw by Nelly is no good after a couple bounces. On the floor for the Stags now is Brown, Polanski, Nicoletti, Leite, Beach, and DeLiba. So Brown will attempt to salvage the trip with 1 point here. And she is able to do exactly like that. So Fairfield 60, Ryder 40.
Back to that 20-point lead. Like to see it here. Just 4 minutes. Fairfield again, look to see no turnovers here. Just play this defense.
No turnovers, no threes.
No need to foul. The occasional layup by Ryder, you could allow that to happen.
Fairfield's defense is not really letting up here despite the 20-point lead. Ryder's just struggling to get it inside the three-point line here. As Mobley now to Lynch, and Polanski's right there on the catch. And
Polanski a bit too handsy there.
Yeah, that's just one of those cylinder fouls. You got to let the offensive player have it in their cylinder, but you don't mind that play. You're right there on the catch.
It wasn't the cleanest catch either, too, I think.
That is going to be a good thing more times than not there. As Fireball has it now on the double screen, and Nelly picks it off.
Got mixed up there, Ryder. Nelly's going to push it here. Look to pass it back to Nicoletti.
And DeLiba is going to be called for a travel there. A lot of contact. Fairfield leading Ryder 60-40 here with 3:34 left in this one.
Just that one extra step, trying to settle into a spot there. Unfortunate. Possibly could have gotten the contact if they hadn't called the travel there.
So DeLiba, 12 points, 7 rebounds over 17 very productive minutes here for the Stags. And they're going to get Lynch with the offensive foul here. And Polanski takes the charge. So Polanski has been harassing the Ryder guards on defense. Really all the Stags have, but Polanski's stands out just a little bit more to me. And Fairfield will go the other way with the ball here as we're just 3.5 minutes or so left in this one. 60-40 Fairfield, as Nelly will call it a play.
Yeah, wondering if we're going to see a timeout here, maybe get some of the bench players in.
And Isabella for three, that's not going to go in. And Beach with the offensive rebound, unable to save it, though, from staying out of bounds.
Mobley pushing it.
Mobley is fouled by Polanski, and she lays it in. So nice transition offense there from Ryder. When you're struggling on offense, struggling to get to your half-court sets, one way to deal with that is just beat them down the floor, and that's exactly what Mobley did there.
Yeah. For Mobley here, that's going to be 18 for her. Looking to make it 19 here, convert the and one. Fairfield, no real need to foul there. I like playing this aggressive defense. As Fairfield, I actually might want to see Janelle come out. Saw her down with the injury kind of earlier with the ankle. It's been a thing in the past. I feel no real need to keep her in. Maybe put back in Rubino or Peak here.
And we're under 3 minutes here. Fairfield 60, Ryder 43 here as DeLiba one hard dribble to the right and goes to the left and lays it in. DeLiba is not going to want this game to end. One of her best games of her collegiate career here is Fairfield.
She's hyped up, clapping in the post here on defense.
Fairfield's lead back to 19 here as closing this one out is just going to be a formality for the Stags here. As Mobley, really the only player who's gotten going offensively for Ryder here, trying to make something happen. And that's going to be a 3-ball for Ryder. That's no good. And Ryder's going to get the offensive rebound, and Fairfield's going to foul him. We'll see who they get on that one. It's going to be Lauren Beach.
Yeah, Brujente's taking a 3 there. That's an example of really trying to get something to happen. Only taken 3 on the season, has not made a single one. So if you can get the bigs like that shooting, I mean, this game will be pretty much over here. It's Fairfield subbing in some new people here.
So Anna Eng and Danya Tirado coming in for the Stags, a couple of the walk-ons. A good opportunity for them to get in this one. And the pass to Fireball underneath, and she's going to be fouled. That
they call that on
Beach
Nicoletti
again. We'll see who they get that on. And they're going to get Beach there. That's going to be her 4th.
Yeah.
So she's going to head to the bench, and Mackenzie Martin will check in as Fireball will go to the line for 2.
Couple careless ones by her under the basket today. Hasn't been any real need to try to reach in there, so definitely don't want to see those fouls for the future.
So Isabella Nicoletti Leite will check out most likely for the game as Kate Peak will come back in. So a fireball from the line is good. Fireball over 20 points in their last meeting. But the Stags have been able to keep her relatively quiet today. That free throw just being her 6th point of the game and make that 7. So Fireball's 2 free throws, cutting the lead to 17 here. A couple good opportunities for some Stags. You don't see a lot of time to run a couple plays here as Fairfield leads 62-45. Eng now to Torado in the post. She's going to let it fly from the free throw line. That's no good off the back iron. And Ryder's gonna hold it.
Not really pushing it here. Kind of opted to end this game.
A couple new players in there for the Bronx, too. Good opportunity. Get a couple shots up here for some of these players who don't see a lot of action now.
So what's next for Fairfield here? Nice
play there as Emily Strunk lays it in. Go ahead, Max.
Yeah, Ryder converting that shot there. Going to push it down. Fairfield goes at Iona on the 9th.
Iona at the top of the conference, and Iona's only loss is to the Fairfield Stags on this floor.
Yeah, and definitely after the game, didn't have to do much, luckily, but, Brown and Callie weren't having, their greatest games, so hope to bounce back for that. But, if you could get some of the performances we got out of today out of the bench, that'll be nice. Fairfield, a little bit of a wrap-up on the ground here. Ryder grabs.
That's going to be a turnover there for the Stags. They're looking for Dorado, but up next for Ryder is a trip to Poughkeepsie to face Marist next Thursday. Then they'll host 3 home games, Manhattan, St. Peter's, and Quinnipiac. Ryder finding themselves at the bottom of the conference. It's just about trying to get a couple wins here as that shot from Strunk is no good. And Eng will slowly jog the ball up the floor. Fairfield leading 62-47 here as we're under a minute. Now the ball's to Torado in the post. And they're going to call a 5-second violation on Torado here. She never did dribble the ball, so that timer should have not started. But it'll be a turnover anyway. As
40 seconds here.
Bring it forward for the Ryder here. Whatever happens here is just going to be a consolation. As Polanski in there, Fairfield still playing tough defense. Ryder still trying to run their stuff. And the layup is no good, and it's tipped out by Lynch. Strunk now going to let it fly from just in front of the free throw line and converts. So Fairfield 62, Ryder 49 here as Anna Eng will cross half court and will not do anything with it here. So she'll let the clock go down. Fairfield will improve to 13-9 on the year and 9-4 in the MAC. Ryder will fall to 5-17 and 2-11. So Fairfield taking care of business against the team that they were supposed to beat today. They complete the season sweep over Ryder. And a couple of really nice performances from some players, from some role players. We'll go over the stats here before we let you go. Mackenzie DeLiva, the leading scorer for the Stags with 14. Nicoletti Leite with 12 and Mimi Rubino with 10. And for Ryder, just really one player doing much on offense. That's Amanda Mobley, who had 19. Just a quick wrap up on the game, Max, and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah, definitely. Fairfield able to get those shots just, fall. I think we see in the box score there more than just the points, but just the efficient scoring. Rubino, I believe, 4 from 5. Just a very nice outing. Not taking anything they want you to have, really getting to what you want to have and just dominating. Again, aggressive DeLiva we saw in the paint there. So very nice play by Fairfield here. Really able to set the tone, not foul too much, but play aggressive, which really against Iona, that's what you're going to need to see, especially going into an away stadium. Come out with that sort of energy.
So Fairfield victorious today over Ryder, 62-49. We'll see you next time here tomorrow. Fairfield men versus Iona at 2 o'clock. We'll next see the women here in action next Saturday at 2 o'clock. Turn the page forward a week exactly. And we'll see you there next time. So there's the future for men's and women's basketball here on WVOF. For Sean Bowles and Max Berriman and Andrew Jamison in the studio, thank you for tuning in to today's edition of Fairfield Women's Basketball. We'll see you next time.